All right, finally, I was having a lot of troubles actually going live. Well, I was gonna say I just got home a few minutes ago, but it's been like 3 minutes since I've been trying to fix all this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe. Please do hit the bell for notification. Other than that, let's start. I'm naming this video Let's Talk because today I have been thinking about a lot of things, and I've been, not just today, like for the past few weeks, because in my English class in high school, yes, I go to high school, guys, we were talking about how women and men both get marginalized. And if you don't know what marginalized means, let me look up the what? The actual definition so that I don't give you guys any false information. Actually, let's do this. What does marginalized mean?
Here's the definition of marginalized. Treat a person, group, or concept as insignificant or peripheral.
All right, thank you. So, I'm pretty sure, sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm gonna be shifting around a lot. I'm pretty sure a lot of us girls, women, females walk down the street and either a guy hollers at us or a taxi car. It's always been a taxi car for me, always. Like I'm just walking down the street, I have my headphones in, all you hear is honking at you and like, yo ma, let me give you a ride or something cheesy like that. That is being marginalized. That is being targeted. Only because if the person walking by that taxi would have been a guy, they wouldn't say it unless they're gay. But still, if you're gay, some people don't say that. So it's like, mind you, it's not just us females. Let's get into gay people, transgendered people, lesbians. For years and years and years, that group has been marginalized. For years, they had to hide their sexuality, what sexuality they preferred. For years, they had to fake it. They had to get married with women. They had to have a perfect family, as society stated, for years. Mind you, everything that we are living in is wrong for our eyes, but it has all been set by standards of a society, which is true. So, our summer assignments before we got to school, which obviously I did the day before, and like, yeah, were on groups. I don't know if I still have the paper. Maybe I do. It was about, let me look for it in my phone real quick. Um, Listen, I just did this. Just what? It's been a few weeks since we haven't like touched on this because we moved on from it. And let's find this classwork. Summer assignment. English assignment. Okay. So what we had done was pick a group who has been. Can you? All right. Our topic question was, which group is least able to achieve the American dream based on social contracts? Constructs, my fault. Yay. Okay, so the groups were um colored poor people. Then it was girls being marginalized, LGBTQ Americans, and yeah, that's basically it. We had 4 texts and we had to find a fifth one. Now, for my fifth text that I looked up was how lately some LGBTQ, I don't know if I say it right. I'm sorry, guys, if I mess it up. I'm not used to, but people that were transgender, people that like the same sex as them, were being kicked out of the military. Which actually, if you look it up, it shows you it was actually on the news. So LGBTQ military LGBT LGBTQ military, right? And okay, Trump transgender military ban. Democrats LGBT groups are outraged and in silence. So basically, I'm not gonna trash talk here. I'm just stating facts that happened. Trump is our president, whether we like it or not. I'm not gonna dive into that because that's a whole different thing. What I'm talking about is being marginalized as a whole. And this is one example. It just happens to be that Trump is involved. I have no opinion. President Trump releases an order Friday night banning most transgender troops from serving in the military except under limited circumstances, following up on his calls last year to ban transgender individuals from serving. The White House said re- re- retaining troops with a history or diagnosis of gender dysphoria, those who may require substantial medical treatment, presents considerable risk to military effectiveness and lethality. Okay, listen, these are big words. I'm not in college yet. Yes, I may like miss say stuff sometimes, so don't hold me against that. I am human. We are all human. We are all put in this earth to learn. So when he declared he would reverse an Obama era plan to allow transgender individuals to serve openly, his push for the ban has been blocked by several legal challenges, and 4 federal courts have ruled against the ban. The Pentagon responded by allowing those serving to stay in the military and began allowing transgender individuals to enlist beginning January 1. Basically, transgenders and all of these groups, LGBTQ, have always been marginalized for years. For what? Being human? Making mistakes? For what? Liking the same person? I'm straight. So don't hold me against this because don't say, oh, she's straight, so she shouldn't even be talking. No. I'm not saying that they're wrong for liking the same gender. I'm not saying that they're disgusting for liking the same gender. I'm for it. I don't mind. It's not my life. It's their life. If they want to live it how they feel like they want to live it, that's how they should live it. They shouldn't be judged because we are no one to judge. If you are perfect in your life, which I really, 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 really doubt it, because everybody makes mistakes all the time, out of the littlest things, whether you want to or not, whether you learn from it and make another mistake, that is how we grow, by making mistakes. So we are no one to judge anybody, a little less on who they like or what they like or how they look like or how they act. Yeah, we might not like how somebody acts, but we're not someone to judge them. It's like judging a book by its cover, randomly hating a person just by they talk. Like, no. But let's talk about it. Women are still marginalized today. LGBTQ people are marginalized today. Poor people are marginalized today. You know how many times I heard, oh, don't ever go to the projects, it's dangerous, or everybody in the projects are either bums or drug dealers or all have guns. You know how many times I heard that? I live in the project now. I literally live in the projects, and they're such a great community. They clean up the street in front of they're so great. They're so kind. They're so all the stores around here. It's safe. It's actually safe. What safe? It's actually safe. And it's like people talk about things they don't know. Mind you, I'm here talking about LGBTQ, which I know they have been marginalized. I know what they've been through because I am a woman and I have been marginalized many times in many different ways. So, if we do not start talking about so many things that is going on that is obvious in front of us that it continues, how are we supposed to change anything? Mind you, I don't see no videos about anyone talking about, oh, this is happening. This is what's happening in the world. I pulled up a LGBTQ military thing that went on that they were about to be banned from military, and I bet half of you don't even know that. Honestly, I don't watch the news. And I didn't even know that was happening until my teacher showed me, until my teacher told me what was going on. And it's sad that we all check out of what's going on. It's really sad that we don't know what's going on. I was watching, what was it? Hold on. The Bold Type, I think, on Freeform. And the first episode was crucial to me. Yes, it's a great show, this, and that. They're badasses or whatever you want to call it. But if you actually pay attention to the first episode, it's crucial. Because, what's her name? Hold on, give me 1 second. I should have really, I didn't want to have it structuralized because I like showing my mistakes. I love owning up to my mistakes. I love making this video as less professional as it can be because I feel like the more professional you are, the less feelings you put in and the less you talk about actual things that matter. The Bold Type. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see it. If you see that, yeah, you probably can. That hurts. That really hurts. I caught my finger against the against the what you call it? The gate from my house. Um. Okay, so the lesbian in the first episode that wears the hijab, that I think she's from a place in India. I don't remember exactly where. By the way, this is a total spoiler, so if you have not watched it and you are going to watch it, please just don't finish this episode. Or just skip over this somehow. But she is lesbian, and in her religion, that is not that's not okay. So cat? No, not cat. Is it cat? Okay, hold on. Wait. I really gotta. Okay, so who are you? What's your name? Yes, Cat Edison, which her actual name is Aisha D. I think I said that wrong or right. But helps her. Cat helps her. You know, the character I'm talking about isn't in the list, but Kat helped her smuggle in vibrators to her lesbian friends in her country. They find that and they arrest her for bringing in vibrators because that's illegal because again the religion is not in agreed with that. But after that, they won't release her until she says that she is wrong to be a lesbian, that she is wrong to go against her religion. And there really is moments where religion does come into identity. And that's also what we're talking about in school. And I know you guys probably oh, you guys are talking about this in school, so it doesn't matter. I don't know why the fuck you talking about it. I don't know why I should care. We should care. Like I'm saying, this is going on right now. Our identity is what makes us who we are. So what happens when we struggle with it? When we struggle with having good standards? We're reading so many books. We're reading what was the name of it? A streetcar called Despair. And we're also reading something on the unseen. Hold on, why am I saying this? I can easily get the thing. Oh, sorry, banged it. So we're reading A Hope in the Unseen. Yes, yes, okay. A Hope in the Unseen. And the first few chapters that I got up to, it mainly talks about how the kid in the front, yeah, is working really hard to get straight A's. And everybody around him calls him, mind you, his school is all black. His teachers are all black. And okay, maybe I shouldn't be using that word. They're all colored. Mind you, I have nothing against any type of race. I love anybody and everybody. I'm a very open person. That sun is blinding me. And I would never judge anybody by their race or anything like that. So the first chapter is talking about how he's working so hard to get straight A's. His mom wants him to have straight A's, but everybody else in the school doesn't care because he lives in a place where nobody cares about where they end up. They live in a poor community. And he strives so hard to get into MIT. And when he finally makes it, he realizes all the hard work he put in high school doesn't cut it for MIT. He put in so much work and he thought he was working so much and so hard. But when he got there, he realized that all his work was even half of what the other people were doing. And it was really sad. But in the beginning, as well, like I was saying, his peers call him white or whitey. They call him names just because he got straight A's. So what the principal tried to do, principal, the teacher, one of those, tried to do was to pay every single student that was getting straight A's $100 for every single time they got straight A's that semester. And it's sad because it worked for a while, but after a while, people just stopped accepting the fact that they're smart, that they got straight A's, that they are rewarded. And it's something that this person struggled with. The play that we're reading, which I actually have in my bag, I forgot to take it out. Mind you, this is all the same class. A Streetcar Named Desire. Yeah, that's my name. Yeah, don't focus too much on the handwriting. By Tennessee Williams. Oh, this is by Ron Suskind. I don't know. But A Streetcar Named Desire is talking about. I forgot what time period it is. Hold on, let me check. What time period is A Streetcar Named Desire about?
According to ThoughtCo, A Streetcar Named Desire, written by Tennessee Williams, is set in the French Quarter of New Orleans. The year is 1947, the same year in which the play was written.
Okay, you're not gonna continue? Alright, thank you. So it's 1947, which I should write on the play. And back then, women were nothing without a. Sorry, women were nothing without a man. So you weren't independent. Your man owned you. Your man owned your bank account, your money. Your man worked. The man literally owned the house. The man literally could beat you without anybody saying anything because you were his property. Mind you, this girl, Stella, is pregnant with Stanley, her husband's baby, and he beats her repeatedly just to mark the fact that she is his property. He beats her so hard at the end of scene 2 or scene 3. I think it's scene 2 or scene 1. I don't remember because we really moved on and I moved on fast in that because you really, if you guys don't have access to buying books, you have libraries. You have the online that you can find books for free and read them for free. I am reading so many different books. I'm reading A Streetcar Named Desire. I'm reading A Hope in the Unseen. I'm reading The Hate U Give. And it all connects. It all connects. So what gets me mad is that the man is able to beat her while she's pregnant. But what gets me more mad is that she is not her own person. She has no self-esteem. She has no type of anything. She doesn't stand up for herself, not even against her own sister, not even against anyone. She just lets anybody walk over her. So at the end of one of the scenes, he beats her so hard that he goes unconscious. He doesn't even know what happened. Mind you, she is pregnant. So her sister that had appeared in chapter 1 to come visit her because they had lost their house takes her and they both leave that night and go to the upstairs apartment that was in the building. But what gets me mad is she goes back to him. She goes back to him after he repeatedly beats her, after he repeatedly emotionally, mentally, and physically harms her. She goes back to him, and at the end of the scene, it is implied, well, not implied, but it's left to your imagination that they ended up having sex, that she forgave him. Well, not really. She forgave him, but they didn't have sex of her choice. He forced himself onto her. Mind you, he's raping her. He's beating her so hard that she ends up unconscious. And it's okay in this time period because you are nothing without your man. She is not allowed to even leave his side because she will be seen as nothing. And it's so aggravating because it connects to today. Some women do get abused. Some women do get beaten. And trust me, I have been there. I have been hit. And not just hit, I've been beaten by my own father when I was 1 to 4. Trust me, I know. And it's even harder when you can't leave. But for a woman who's grown, it's harder for her because either they're blindly in love with the person, or it's worse because they have a child and they're scared that if they don't leave, the child will get hurt or they will hit the child, or they're also scared that if they do leave, what will happen to her? What will happen to their child? To this day, some women don't leave the hands of somebody that abuses them because they're scared of what will happen if he beats me this much right now, but what happens if I try to leave? It is really sad that over years, us women, us females, have never been able to stand up for ourselves, to protect ourselves, to even think about, okay, I'm gonna be smart. Now, it's not even about having smart or common sense. Well, it is about having common sense. It definitely is. But I don't know what I'm trying to. I'm trying to get this point across, and it's really hard because I believe in this so much that women should be independent, and it is okay because I'm independent. Trust me, trust and believe I'm independent. I am the most independent woman. I don't need nobody by my side, but I have a boyfriend and I love him and we love each other and we have been through our own ups and downs without each other in our lives and we have shared everything about ourselves, every single little detail, and we love each other for our mistakes, for what happened in our life, for how hard we fought to get away from that, or how strong we were to survive that, to surpass that. And we love each other because although all those bad things happened to us, we ended up finding each other and we ended up saving each other. And every single day we push each other to do better in our life, to get away from all the past. I go back, I look back at every single thing that happened to me in my life. Every single little detail. When I tell you every single little detail, every single detail. I go back. And looking back from where I was when I was 1 to 5, when I was 7 and 8, when I was any type of age, and looking how far I came now, I know how to stand up for myself. I know how to stand up for others. I know how to help people, whether they've been raped, whether they've been molested, whether they've been beaten, whether they feel unworthy. I have felt so many times that I was unworthy. I was always ashamed about myself, about my family, about my heritage. I was ashamed of my accent when I speak Spanish. I was ashamed by the food I ate, the clothes I had. I was ashamed by my own hair color, my own body. I was constantly tugging at my shirt because I thought I was fat, or tugging at my stomach because I thought it was skinny, or I never liked my thighs, or this and that. I constantly pick at my imperfectness, and my faults are what makes me unique. And it's crazy because sometimes I do forget how unique I am and how much so many people in my life love me, that I do end up picking at my faults and then making myself ashamed of myself because it's all I know. It's psychological abuse that has been put onto me. I have been called fat. I have been called so many names. My ears aren't, one of them is bigger than the other one because I used to sleep on one of them more. So one of them is bigger than the other. So sometimes kids in middle school used to call me elephant or monkey, or some kid in my middle school called some other girl Oompa Loompa. And it's something that, even if it seems funny, it does hurt. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Because once you get into a woman's or a female's weight, or a male, oh my God, I have so many male friends that don't like their weight, that have turned, that try to turn bulimic and anorexic. Trust me, I know about that too. My friend Sky in middle school also was bulimic, and she would throw up everything she ate. She got so skinny until she disappeared. And by disappeared, I mean died in my arms. Um, so that was a touchy subject. So yeah, my fault. But honestly, these are things that change our own identity, the way we talk, the way we participate, the way we show ourselves, the way we fight for our grades, the way somebody talks to us, the way we talk to others. It has to do with our life being marginalized or whatever. being segregated, being um hated on, or hating on a race, hating on a type of group, that's marginalizing. And it's so hard to move away from that because it's a cycle now. Because society from a long time ago has put us on that. Sorry. I'm gonna take it back to way back. My other video, one of my videos was called Hunters and Gatherers. The society that we live in now was created back then when the women had to stay, cook, get vegetables or fruits, gather, take care of the kids and all that stuff, keep the house clean, tidy, everything. When the men who were the strongest would go out and catch the meat or the food or whatever that they were hunting. Therefore, hunters and gatherers. And mind you, let's take a look at this. I love how when you get married, it says, now I pronounce you husband and wife. Hunters and gatherers. His story. A man's story. His, not her story, his story. So, in every single thing, the man is first. And it's always been like that for society and for everyone. Hunters. The hunters were the men, and the gatherers were the women and the children. The women children, the female children. And occasionally the male children until they became older and stronger enough to go with the men to gather. To go with the men to hunt. Mind you, hunters and gatherers. His story, husband and wife. The man is always put in front of us. When, mind you, we bring a life into the world. We keep it inside of us for 9 months. We're the ones that gets fat. Mind you, it's big. We get big. We have to pee all the time. We have to take vitamins. Our vaginas are the ones that stretch to give a life out. Mind you, we have every single month we bleed for 5 days. Some people less, some people more. Every single month we bleed for 5 days. And it's annoying that we don't have the equality. Oh yeah, the only thing we go first in is ladies first. That's the only thing we go first in. When somebody opens the door for you and a lady goes first. That is the only thing we are first in. We had to constantly fight for equal wages, for equal pay. Before that, we had to fight for getting jobs that men would do. Because yes, we weren't even allowed to work. Our work was to stay home, take care of the kids, clean the house, and cook for the man for when he came home. And do the laundry and all that stuff. Sweep, mop, all the women like stuff. And then when we did get to be able to work, where did we work? Hospitals, where we have to take care of the men that went to go fight. Cooking, not even. Some people, I don't know. I actually don't know about that. I don't know if we were allowed to. I mean, we should have been allowed to cook since we already cook. But mainly hospitals. Or some place where we knew how to do laundry. Or take care of a man. Or do the usual things that a woman should do. A woman should wear pink. A lady should not burp. A lady should stand straight. A princess this, and that. And that is where females get marginalized in because we allowed it. We allowed it. We didn't mind. They didn't mind staying home, cooking and cleaning and all that stuff. And if they did mind, they never fought for it until now. Until later on. It was normal. It was a norm for them. And it's so quick and so easy to get wrapped up in a norm. And it's so difficult to break a cycle, whether it's a norm cycle, whether it's being marginalized cycle, whether it's you getting beaten physically or verbally or even emotionally. Cycles are so hard to be broken. I was in a lot of violent relationships because my father was violent towards me. And it was hard to break that cycle until now. Now I'm actually in a great place with a great boyfriend who understands what I went through because he went through similar things. And it's so, trust me, I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is. I have gone through it. It's hard to break a cycle because once you're introduced to someone hating you, you start hating yourself. Once somebody starts beating you, you're okay with anybody else beating you because somebody already beat you. Or you're okay with beating yourself up, whether it's mentally, whether it's physically, whether it's emotionally. And I'm not even talking about like some people cut themselves, not to kill themselves, but to feel the pain because that's what they're used to. They're used to pain. Some people mentally abuse themselves because they're used to the mental pain. Some people emotionally abuse themselves because they're used to people making them feel pain emotionally. And it's so hard to break a cycle. I'm so sorry, guys. I did not think I was gonna like rant this long for like 36 minutes. I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch the end. But honestly, I do hope, I truly, truly hope, truly, truly hope that some of you guys do watch it. It is very important. Please leave comments. Please, please, please leave comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you disagree. Any type of comments, as long as it's respectfully done respectfully, I will respond. I will respond with the whole video. I will literally take time to one by one read what you're saying and actually speak towards you about what you said and respond to you. Because my channel is about. I'm sorry, I just saw a cat jump out of the window onto a tree. I was so scared for it. And now it's running after a squirrel. Alright. My channel is truly about, how do I explain it? It's about you guys. It's about what's going on in the world. It's about females. It's about males. Because males have been marginalized. Males go through somewhat sort of the same things. Because lots of my friends who are males hate their bodies, hate how they're not strong like others, hate that they don't have muscles like others, hate that they have to go to the gym like others and all that stuff. And it's like, it's really, really, it's hard. It's hard to live up to people's standards. People's standards, society standards, all of these standards, and it's really hard to live up to it. Alright guys, thanks for your time. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Please, please leave a comment. Thank you very much. Wildfire out. How do, can you stop lagging? There you go.